Sometimes anxiety arrives because something has happened, and sometimes because something is about to happen. But look carefully at your own experience of anxiety. There is something very interesting here. When something demands our complete attention in the present moment, we deal with it, we respond, we act. But much of what we call anxiety appears before the event or happens after the event. It lives in our relationship with what has happened or what we think is going to happen. Take your time. Look at your own past experiences with anxiety. Think of a moment when you were deeply anxious. Where were you? What were you actually doing? And what was the mind doing? Perhaps you were sitting peacefully in a chair while the mind was imagining a conversation that had not yet happened. Perhaps you were lying safely in your bed, afraid even to step outside, while the mind was constructing everything that could possibly go wrong tomorrow. Or perhaps something painful had already happened, but the event itself was over, and the mind continued returning to it. Look carefully. You may begin to discover something profound. The body is here. The chair is here. The room is here. Your breath is happening here. But the mind is somewhere else. It is in yesterday, replaying what happened. Or it is in tomorrow, anticipating what might happen. And if you discover this for yourself, not as an idea, but through observation, you have uncovered something tremendously important. The incident you are worried about may not be occurring in this moment at all. It may already be over, or it may never have happened. And yet, you are experiencing its suffering now. The mind has brought yesterday back into the present, or pulled an imaginary tomorrow into today. And the body responds. The heart races, the chest tightens, the stomach turns, sleep disappears. A thought about an event becomes an experience in the body, even while the event itself is absent. This does not mean the problem is imaginary. You may have something genuinely difficult to face. A medical result, a financial problem, a difficult conversation, a relationship that may be ending, a decision that must be made. But there is an important distinction between the problem and the psychological turmoil surrounding the problem. One may require action. The other requires understanding. So ask yourself something very simple. What is actually happening right now? Not what happened yesterday. Not what might happen tomorrow. Right now. Perhaps you are sitting in a room. Perhaps you are walking. Perhaps you can hear traffic outside. Perhaps you can feel your breath. Stay here for a moment. Alan Watts explored something closely related to this. The human mind desperately wants psychological security in a life whose very nature is change. We want certainty. We want guarantees. We want someone to tell us everything will be okay. But notice what happens when the mind receives reassurance. For a while, it becomes quiet. Then another possibility appears. But what if this happens? And what if that happens? The mind discovers another future that needs to be secured. Perhaps the answer is not to make tomorrow completely certain. Perhaps it is to discover that tomorrow does not need to be lived today. Let tomorrow remain tomorrow. Now, anxiety may still be here. Don't fight it. Neem Karoli Baba's teachings repeatedly return us towards something remarkably simple. Love, service, remembrance of God. Anxiety contracts our entire world around ourselves. My problem, my future, my security. What will happen to me? Sometimes the mind cannot think its way out of that contraction. So step outside it. Help someone. Call someone who needs you. Feed someone. Listen to someone. Pray. Remember God. Do one loving thing without asking what you will receive in return. Your problems do not magically disappear, but something changes. For a moment, the frightened self is no longer the center of the entire universe. And sometimes, that small opening is enough for light to enter. Now return. Feel your feet touching the ground. Notice your breathing. Listen to the nearest sound, then the farthest sound. Let thoughts come. Let them leave. You don't have to follow them. Ask yourself once more, is the thing I fear happening right now? If something needs your action, act. If nothing can be done in this moment, let this moment remain as it is. You don't need to promise yourself that nothing difficult will ever happen. No one can make that promise. Perhaps trust means something else. Perhaps trust means, whatever comes, I will meet it when it comes. Not now, when it comes. Perhaps freedom from anxiety does not mean that another anxious thought will never appear. Another storm may come, but a storm does not injure the sky. Clouds gather, thunder appears, rain falls, and eventually they move on. The sky does not chase the clouds away. It has room for them. Perhaps awareness is like that. Alan Watts reminds us of the impossibility of finding permanent psychological security in an ever-changing life. And Neem Karoli Baba brings us back to love, service, and remembrance. Different doors, perhaps pointing toward the same silence. So the next time anxiety comes, before immediately trying to make it disappear, look. Where are you? And where is your mind? Has it returned to yesterday? Has it traveled into tomorrow? Return. From tomorrow to today. From the story to what is actually happening. From the thought to the awareness that knows the thought. Do what can actually be done. Release what cannot. Love someone. Serve someone. Remember what is greater than yourself. And then, allow the next moment to arrive on its own. You do not have to solve your entire life right now. Right now, you only have to meet this moment.